boxing in Biltmore. And yeah, after the Estes last year and what he said, I was biding my time, so it was the right time to respond. So, I mean, what actually happened was, somebody asked him, like, oh, how do you think you do in a fight with Ronda Rousey? And he goes, Ronda Rousey? I don't know who he is. And somebody explained who I am. He's like, I know who that is. And I know for damn sure that he knew who I was. He was running against me for best fighter that year, and he had signed MMA fighters. And so his feigned ignorance was meant to be really kind of a snarky remark to me. And so all of media really trying to create like a rivalry out of it. And I was sitting on the couch, post-surgery. I got surgery the day before on my knee and my thumb. And I don't let those kind of things slide, but I'm a patient girl. And I wanted to respond at the most appropriate time where I thought that I could make the biggest impression that I'm not the kind of chick you make snarky remarks about. And so I waited a whole year to say something. And you know what? If I didn't win Best Fighter this year, I would have waited 2 years. Or I would have waited 3 years. I would have waited for the exact time so that I could have said that. And yeah, so.
Everyone seems to have picked it up, even non-boxing or sports outlets, Newsweek, Rolling Stone. Did you think that Mayweather comment would get such a reaction today?
Yeah, I thought I'd get a big reaction. And I got to fight myself, so great timing, huh? I'm not dumb.
So you still a page out of his book?
Well, I don't think it's his book, but I mean, he might have added a couple chapters, kind of like Frodo put on to Bilbo, but I don't think he started the book.
Ron, was there any reaction from his camp?
No, I mean, I don't really know what you could say, but I'd be interested. But not surprised if I didn't hear anything at all. So.
Ronda, was that like a kind of dig at his domestic violence past, what you said last night, or was it not about that?
Oh my God. I mean, it's pretty obvious, to be honest. So, yeah.
That's like a clarification,
Does that also show that, you just said it right now, you don't really forget things easily, like with Misha, where she said something, you didn't really let it slide even as time passed. But when we're going into a fight where your opponent had said something that was pretty insensitive, like, do you carry that with you? Like, you're patient, you're going to wait till the fight comes up, but you're not going to forget it?
Yeah, I mean, I said before that revenge is a dish best served cold. And I try my best not to be impulsive with those kind of things, because I think a methodical enemy is the worst kind to have. And if people are trying to say things to get a white-hot reaction out of me, I try to do the opposite and react at the time that benefits me.
Do you think you can have fans in Brazil?
I hope so. I love Brazil, but you know what? Even if not, I mean, I'm not going to be offended by it or anything. They have every right to cheer for their girl from their country, but it would be really cool to like have a full-on Rocky IV moment and like turn the crowd. But it would be cool. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they booed me out of the stadium again. They've done it before, and I appreciated them for it because they care. All I want them to do is care.
Do you?
Made this fight a little bit more personal for you?
Yeah, it's definitely the most personal fight that I've ever had. Making such tasteless remarks about suicide when she knows how it has affected me in my past, and then her entirely disingenuous apology afterwards, which wasn't even an apology. She just complimented herself by calling herself humble and asked for forgiveness. Asking for forgiveness isn't an apology. I think that her actually pretending that she didn't notice a face is just as insulting as what she said in the first place. And there were so many other events in my life that she cited that were actually from my book right after it came out that are much less known than the history of my father and my family. And so you're insulting my intelligence if you expect me to believe that you would know those kinds of things about me and not know about the most formative event in my life.
Do you worry that people get caught up in the emotions of this fight, being that it might be the most emotional fight for you?
No, because fighting is my escape from all of that, so I love it. when I'm fighting, there's no past and there's no future. There's just the present, what's going on right now. There's no emotions. There's just the situation and the decisions and the priorities of what should be done. And fighting has always been my escape from emotion.
Why do you think she deserves a title shot? Does she have to be anybody in the top 5?
I think she deserves a title shot. She's undefeated and she has a lot of heat behind her. And a lot of people are interested in seeing it. And people love the storylines and theatricality as well. And the way that she's conducted herself, it has fast-tracked her to a title shot, which, I mean, I have tried to fast-track myself to title shots before, so I can't really fault that, but the manner of which she did it, I don't mind taking things on myself, because this is my job and I chose it. When it starts to affect and insult my family, that's when I know an example must be made. I need all the other girls coming up to look at what happened to her and decide that it's an example not worth following.
Do you have any concerns about drug testing?
Whoa.
There was a turning point for you to not like her, like the fight became more personal after the comments after the suicide, or did you didn't like her before?
I didn't like her before because of the way that she disrespected Jessamine and Shayna after she beat them. But, I mean, that was still understandable from a marketing point of view, you know? I mean, because those girls chose that career, and they chose to put themselves in that situation, and they opened themselves up to that, which I would be more understanding of that. I wasn't going to let it go unchecked because, you know, I'm mama bear, and I just can't let anyone poke at my cubs, you know? But when it got to the point where she was laughing at the subject of suicide and how it really profoundly affected my whole family, that's when